Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate about static global variables and instance global variables in Java. So let's get started. This session is a continuation of the previous session where I explained how to create multiple objects for the same class in Java. So in the previous session, I demonstrated how to create multiple objects. You see, this is the first object for this car class template that I have taken as an example. Okay. For the car class template, for the same class, I created three objects here. First object, second object, and third object, right? Three objects I created, and there is no limit for how many number of objects I can create. For example, I created only three objects, which I covered in the previous session, right? How to create this multiple objects for the same class. I already explained the previous session. Now, what I'm going to cover in this session, I'm going to explain about this static global variables and instance global variables. So I'll come there. Okay, I'll come to this point. Before that, you need to understand something. When I created three objects here for the same class, okay, when I created three objects here for the same class, first object, second object, third object for the same class or using the same class, you see, I have initialized these class variables. Okay, using the object reference of the first object, I have initialized these class variables for the first object like this with some different data. And similarly, using the object reference of the second object, I initialize the same class variables with different data again, right? And for the third object also, using the object reference of the third object also, I initialize this class variables here for this third object using some different data, right? That's all good. You can clearly see here. You see, when I created the three objects and initialized the class variables for each and every object using the object references of that particular objects, what happened? Here company is equal to Kia is there. Here company is equal to Honda is there. Here company is equal to Maruti. Different details I am giving for the same class variable for different objects. That means I am initializing the class variables for individual objects here. Okay. Object respective data I am giving here. So similarly, model is equal to Karen's in the first object, whereas model is equal to Amaze in the second object. Model is equal to Swift in the third object. Now coming to third one, color is equal to black in the first object. Color is equal to gray in the second object. Color is equal to, you see data is changing from object to object here. Now fourth one, price is equal to 25 lakhs for the first object. Okay. So for the second object, price is 9 lakhs. Third object, price is 8 lakhs. Different. Again, different. So data is different for each and every object for the same class variable. Okay. The same class variable is initialized for different objects with different data. That's what I'm trying to mention here. Mileage 23.4. Here mileage 14. Here mileage 18. That also is changing. But there is one class variable for which data is not changing for every object. For example, here wheels. Can you see that? Every class variable data is changing from object to object here. But coming to the last one, wheels is equal to 4. Wheels is equal to 4. Wheels is equal to 4. Right? This is a problem, right? What I'm saying actually, all the class variables are getting initialized in respect to the object. So when I go to the other object, that same class variables will be initialized with some other data. Here also it should be initialized with some other data. But there is one such kind of variable for which for every object the same data is there. Wheels is equal to 4, wheels is equal to 4, wheels is equal to 4. Why? In real world if you see every car will have the 4 wheels only. Every car is going to have 4 wheels only. Then is it the correct correct thing to like save this wheels is equal to 4 in every object memory, like object 1 wheels is equal to 4, object 2 wheels is equal to 4, object 3 wheels is equal to 4. Is this a good idea to store the same data into the wheels variable for every object? No. And we are actually in fact wasting the memory here. When you are assigning 4 into the wheels, initializing the data 4 to the class variable wheels for every object, if you are initializing the same data, then this is not the right place for me to store the wheels in this object memories, because I am wasting the object memory, because I am saving the same data into the wheels for every object memory. I'm simply wasting the memory. So what I have to do in this kind of situation, instead of storing wheels is equal to 4 in object 1, wheels is equal to 4 in object 2, wheels is equal to 4 in object 3, what I have to do? I'll simply do one thing. I'll just, before these wheels in this class, I'll just put a keyword known as static keyword. Okay. What I'm doing is, before these wheels, you see for all these variables, static keyword is not there. But for these wheels, I'm putting static. And also, I'm initializing the wheels here itself. For all these class variables, I am initializing for every object like this. Okay, every object I need to initialize. But for wheels, I have to make it static and initialize with the same data 4, right? For every car, we'll have the same 4. I'll just put it 4 here only. Now, after I put it here, there's no need of this one. Kc dot wheels is equal to 4 is not required. Here, hamz dot wheels is equal to 4 is not required. ms dot wheels is not is ms dot wheels is equal to 4 is not required. So I don't have to initialize the class variables for every object if that particular variable is static. Okay. Why I have made it static, guys? Why I have made it static here? Why I have made this particular variable as static here? Because wheel should hold the common data. So static means something that belongs to the class, which is a common memory. This class memory is a common memory for every object. The moment I create a class, before I make this particular static and all, the moment I create a class in Java, automatically in the computer memory, some memory will be allocated for this class. Okay. So car is the name of the class. The moment I create this, in this example, the moment I create this class, public class name like that, if I create, the moment I create a class, what will happen? Some memory will be allocated to the class in the computer memory like this. And it will be referred not by the object reference. It will be referred, this memory will be referred by the class name itself. Okay. Not only this class, guys, any class you create in Java, automatically some memory will be allocated. Fine. Now, so some memory got allocated for this class, but the moment I specify static keyword before one of the global variable, before one of the global variable of the class, moment I mention static keyword, here inside the car class, I specified static keyword before this wheels global variable and also I assign some data also here. The moment I do static and this static variables belong to the class memory. Okay, static variables belong to the class memory, whereas non-static variables, the variables which are global variables which are not specified with the static, belong to the object memory. Okay, that's why they are stored here in the object memory. The data of this particular class variables for every object is stored in the object memory. But coming to the wheels, now I have removed the wheels, right? Okay, I'm not initializing this wheels. Okay, wheels class variable for every object using the object reference. I'm not initializing. I removed it from here. You see, I removed kc dot wheels is equal to 4. I have removed hamz dot wheels is equal to 4. I have removed ms dot wheels is equal to 4. I have removed because I don't want to initialize that with object reference because this is wasting my memory. For every object, this data is getting stored. The same data is getting stored into the wheels, which is actually wasting my memory. So I made it static. The moment I make this particular wheels as static, the wheels will not be stored in the object memory. Rather, the wheels will be stored in the wheels is equal to 4 will be stored in the class memory. Okay. The wheels is equal to 4 will be stored in the class memory, not the object memory. So if the wheels is equal to 4 got stored in the class memory, this class memory is a common memory for all the objects. Okay. This class memory for this class only you are creating the objects, right? You can create any number of objects. Now if you are storing some data for a particular class variable in the class memory, automatically this will become the common memory. This will become the common memory. Okay, or you can also call it as a static memory or whatever it is. Okay, common memory, static memory, whatever you the name you want to give. In the common memory, wheels is equal to 4 got stored. Now if I want to access this company of this particular object, how to access? Using the object reference, right? Kc dot company. If I access, what will happen? Kia will be printed. Okay, kc dot company, like that I need to access. Here, if I want to get this Honda, I have to access like hamz dot company. If I want to get this Maruti, I have to say ms dot company. Using the object reference of the objects, I need to access this data. Okay, but if I want to access how many wheels, then I should access using the class name car dot wheels. Here, for this common memory, for the variables which are specified with static, global variables which are specified with static, they will be stored in the class memory. and that class memory is nothing but the common memory. And if you want to refer to this common memory, you have to use a class name. Instead of the object references, you have to use a class name. Fine. Okay. All good so far. All good so far, guys. So, so what I'm doing here, the moment I made this static, this will belong to the class memory. Okay, this will belong to the wheels will be stored in the class memory, not in the individual objects memory. So fine. Now here I'm printing wheels, right? That's okay. You can print wheels here, not a problem. Okay. So company, model, color, price, mileage, wheels, you can print. That's fine. Now let's run this code. Let's run this code. Right click, run as Java application. Let's see the output. You see, the wheels of the car are four is still printed. You see, the wheels of the car are four is still wheels of the car are wheels. Is still getting printed. Okay. So this wheels is a static global variable. Whereas all these remaining variables, global variables of the class are instance variable because their data is changing from object to object. But wheels 4 is not changing from object to object. So I made this wheels as static. So that this wheels is equal 4 will be stored in the class memory. So this is called as this particular variable, a global variable inside the class mentioned with static keyword is called as static global variable. So coming to this variables part, I'll explain this guys. Okay, just give me a second. So variables in Java can be divided into two types. Okay, at high level, variables in Java can be divided into two types. What are they? One is local variables. Second one is global variables. First one is what? Local variables. Second one is global variables. Variables in Java can be categorized into two types. One is local variables, second one is global variables. And what are local variables? Variables which are created inside the methods are called as local variables. Their scope is up to that particular method only. Even parameters of a particular method also indirectly, they are special type of local variables. Their scope is also up to the methods in which the parameters are created. Right? Now coming to the global variables, these are the variables which are directly created under the class and outside the methods. Okay, this kind of variables which are directly created under the class and outside the methods are called as global variables. But there are two variety of global variables here. What are the two varieties? One is instance global variables. First variety is instance global variables. The variables, instance means object guys. Instance, other meaning for instance is object. Object is equal to instance, instance is equal to object. Okay, object related global variables. The class variables which we are initializing here. Okay, the class variables which we are initializing here by using the object references of respective objects and they are storing different data from object to object. Such kind of class variables whose data is getting changed from object to object or which are initialized using the object reference of the individual objects are called as instance global variables. Instance means object related global. Instance means object. So object related global variables. Okay. Whereas if I put static keyword before one of the global variable inside the class, such kind of variables are called as static global variables. Okay. The second variety is static global variables. For static global variables, okay, static global variables will be stored in the class memory instead of in the object memory like this. Okay, instead of object memory like this, whereas instance global variables will be stored in the objects memory, individual objects memory, whereas static global variables will be stored in the class memory, okay, which is a common memory. This not object memory is not common memory. The data is changing from object to object. It's not common memory. But here, the data will not change from object to object. Okay, this is a common memory. It's common for all the objects. Class memory, this is. Okay. So you have to put static keyword for that to happen. Okay. So So second variety of global variables is static. If you put static keyword before the global variables, that variables are called as static global variables. If you don't put static keyword, by default they are instance global variables, that is object specific, object related global variables. These are not object related, class related global variables. Okay, static global variables are class related. Instance global variables are object related. So you got some idea about the variables, right, and categorization so far. So yeah, next thing. Sorry. Fine. Now here if I want to access in this particular main method, if I want to access this Okay. Yeah, in this main method, if I want to access this, this one, instance global variables, if I want to access, how to access, for example, if I write system.out.println, if I want to access this company, how to access this company, data of this particular company by using the object reference. Because data of this company is different for different objects. Okay. Which objects company data you want? Which objects company data you want? Okay. So that's the reason you have to access this using the object reference, guys. Okay. To access the data of this class variables, which are instance global class variables, if you want to access, you have to use the like this kc dot company. Already have initialized here. I'm simply accessing like this kc dot company. Now, what if I want to access this static global variable of a class? Do I need to access using the object reference? No. Static global variables belong to the class memory. To access the static global variables, we have to use what? Class, not the object reference. Here, to print the number of wheels of this particular car, I have to use say car dot wheels. I have to say. I should not say kc dot wheels. I have to say car dot wheels because this wheels is a static which belong to the class memory. Okay, whereas company is instance global variable which will be stored in the object memory. So in which objects data you want, stored data of the company you want, that's why we have to give the object reference. But the wheels is common for every class, right? So you have to simply say car dot wheels. For this one also, for this particular second object also, if you want to get the company, what you have to do, system dot out dot println, sorry, system dot out dot println, system.out.println. Here, what is the object reference of this second object? HMZ dot company, I have to say. Using the object reference, I have to access if these are instance global variables. And if I want to get the number of wheels of this particular Honda Amaze car, okay, the wheels is same for every car. So that's why I stored, mentioned as static here, and this particular thing got stored in the class memory, which is a common memory. So how to access using the class name only, car dot wheels. This is a way of accessing the static global variables should be accessed using the class name, whereas instance global variables should be accessed using the object reference. Okay, object reference which is referring to that particular object. For third object also same thing, guys. For third object also same thing. System.out.println ms dot company. Using the object reference, I have to access the instance global variables. Okay, and using the class name, I need to access the static global variables. Okay, I'll be commenting this part. I'll just this methods I don't want to call now. I just want to show you how these print statements are printing. I'll just comment this part. Done. Now let me run this code. Right click run as Java application. You see, Kia, four wheels, Honda, four wheels. Okay, I'm able to get the company of the Honda Maze. That is Honda we are getting. Here also I'm going to get the company of that I'm accessing using the object reference. MS dot company is giving me the company of that third object. That is Maruti. And number of wheels I'm accessing using the class name, car dot wheels. You should not, you can access like this also, but this is not approach. You see, I'm getting a warning message. You see, yellow color warning message is coming here. The static field car dot wheels should be accessed in static way. Should not access using the object reference. Though it is possible, you should not access because it's a common thing, right? Common things should be accessed using the class name, not the object references things. Okay. The kind of instance global variables whose data is changing from object to object, they should be accessed using the object references of that particular object. But here, the common things should be accessed using the class name. That's what it is saying. That's what is a warning we are getting when you are trying to access the wheels using the object reference instead of the class name. So hope guys you understood about this static and instance global variables in this session. So that's all for this session. I'll explain more about static keyword. Okay, this is not the right time for me to explain everything about static in the same session. So here the situation came for this global variable to be specified as static global variable. Because of its reason, I already explained in this session, right? Common data for all the objects. I have to make this static. That is one of the reason why we have to make the variables as static, global variables as static. Okay, but there is a lot of things we need to learn from static. Okay, that I'm going to cover in the upcoming sessions. Okay, I'll explain about static in detail in the upcoming sessions. Till then, whatever I explain about static, you just naturally learn it. Okay, step by step manner. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.